Hello, I'm Doreen Dennis. I'm here today to speak about Brother John Shoulta. He's pastor at Mount Carmel Cumberland Presbyterian Church in White Plains. He has a 30-year celebration coming up for his church. It's going to be May 17th. Starts at 11 o'clock. He is going to have a special guest for his 30-year milestone, 30 years strong in the community as pastor and a leader.
It was 1985 we got the call to come to White Plains, and it's unbelievable we've been there this long. It's 30 years coming up. We actually moved the first week in June, but we started ministry here the first week in May 1985, and it's been a good ride. We've had some ups and downs, but it's been an awesome experience, and celebrating 30 years is unbelievable. The regular morning worship is at 11, and then we're going to have a fellowship meal, and as soon as everybody can get settled from the fellowship meal, then we're going to go back into the sanctuary for maybe 45 minutes or an hour and just love on one another, just have a good time. Two of our children just completed their junior year, and we moved the next day. And we were really afraid that might interfere with their education and everything. But our son, our oldest son, he was a great basketball player, but he wasn't a superstar, and couldn't get on the Paducah Tillman team. But we came up here. He walked on. He was the sixth man the first night. He played the first five the rest of the year, top scorer for the season, got a scholarship even. And so it was an awesome experience. Our daughter became homecoming queen that year, so we knew it was meant to be. When we moved here, a lady in the church was expecting a baby, and he was born that following November. That young man's going to do the preaching that morning. I think it's interesting, you know, he's been with us the whole ride, you know, and he's going to bring the morning message. And I've got four real close friends that's going to do kind of a pastor roast in the afternoon. We're just going to have a great time loving on one another and celebrating our time together. Hope to All started as actually I have a prayer group that we were doing a lot of pastors in the Nortonville, White Plains community. And we did a march. I forget how many years ago it was now, but we decided we were tired of our communities being overrun by drugs and alcohol abuse and things like that. So we just took a stand and made a declaration that we were going to take our community back, and have worked really hard toward that. We set up a counseling center. A lot of the people that come to our classes are court ordered, and they're faith-based programs, and my wife and I taught in that for a number of years, but we got tired and moved on over to the clothes closet and the food bank side of the program as well. So it's full-time ministry. We not only do in Hopkins County, south end of Hopkins County, but we recently purchased a food bank in Muhlenberg County and are working that one over there as well. So we will normally feed about 120 families a week. Every week. It kind of tapers off toward the end of the month because most everybody's already come. But 100 to 125 is not unusual, 150 sometimes. And I'm talking families. That could be anywhere from one person to 10 people. And they get nice boxes of food, emergency boxes, helps them out. And we found out that there's a lot of people in the county that have to decide are they going to buy groceries or they're going to buy their medication. So we try to help them when we can. It was the Sunday before Thanksgiving 2 years ago, and we had a fellowship meal that afternoon, and the clouds were gathering, and it was looking kind of nasty out. A real warm day. It's the day that the big tornado came through over in Brookport, Illinois. And I thought, well, we're not going to get anything that bad. We kept watching the news and all, and was out in the yard watching, and all of a sudden we saw it coming, and we made a run for it. Most everybody made it to the basement. I didn't quite make it. I was still at the door of the sanctuary when it crashed through, and very scary moment. It did about $86,000 or $7,000 worth of damage to our beautiful church, but we spent from Thanksgiving to Easter in the fellowship hall, got it all put back together, and I think we're better than we ever were, stronger, the whole 9 yards. It was a good, bad experience. It felt like I was in the doorway, and it came in from the back of the church, and the wind was blowing toward me, but the pressure felt like it was drawing me into it. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. It was a real scary moment, real frightening. I just prayed a lot. Just prayed a lot. And it suddenly was over. As suddenly as it happened, it was over. And then we all had to jump in and start securing everything because of the steeple blown off and things. We had to get things weather tight again.